capita, the United Arab Emirates has one of the highest energy consumption levels in the world. In the last 30 years alone, carbon dioxide levels have doubled. I'm Omar Khalifa and I'm in Abu Dhabi to see how a pioneering development in the desert could lead to a more sustainable future. Just a few kilometers away from downtown Abu Dhabi, Masdar City is a community built around renewable energy. Free of skyscrapers and free of cars, it's a growing city of institutes, businesses, shops, and residents with a desire to live more sustainably.
Welcome to Masdar.
Thank you. Alan Frost is the director, and he's taking us on a tour.
Let's do it. Perfect. Let's go. Okay. These are our personal rapid transport vehicles, so PRTs we call them.
Yeah.
And they're basically the little bubble car that takes people from where they drop their carbon cars at the edge of the city up to the Masdar Institute.
Brilliant.
Let's hop in.
Shall we?
Yeah, let's go. After you.
Thank you. I feel like I'm in a sci-fi movie.
Welcome to Masdar City. أهلا بكم في مدينة مصدر. Doors closing.
Why build a city like this in the middle of the desert?
Well, you're right. I mean, we couldn't have picked a more difficult place. But from an Abu Dhabi point of view, it was about using today's oil and gas revenues to create an industry for the future. So, you know, Masdar is more than just a city. It's actually a renewable energy initiative.
How many people live here?
There's about 130 people currently living here, and there's around about 250 students currently.
That's a small number now, but over the next 10 years, Masdar is hoping to populate the city with a whopping 90,000 people. The first completed part of the city is Masdar Institute, a graduate research facility. Sustainability here begins with design.
This is on the right-hand side here. The orange is GRC, so it's glass fibre reinforced concrete. You know what it does is it screens the window openings.
Yeah.
So it lets an amount of daylight in, but not too much daylight, so that people are sort of struggling with lighting levels inside.
Okay.
And then on the other side here, it's ETFE. Don't get me to explain what that is, but it's a system of compressing air. So it basically uses that as the insulation.
Outside, it's pretty hot, let's be honest. It's about 30 degrees outside, humidity's about 80%.
Yes.
But here it feels pretty cool.
It is, and that's one of the benefits of Masdar. So the very original design was based on a traditional Arabic city, oriented the city on a 45-degree angle to north-south. So basically, for most of the day, you can find shade. By doing that, and then by reducing the width between the streets, and also by the orientation in terms of bringing wind into the city through what we called our green fingers. Comparing this to downtown Abu Dhabi, for example, on the same day, we're about 15 degrees Celsius cooler.
And what's this humongous thing here?
This thing is the wind tower. So it's basically a modern interpretation of a traditional Arabic wind tower called an al-barajil. And the idea is that this is oriented in 3 different directions. So depending on the prevailing wind direction, the louvers at the top are opened up. The wind comes down, and then they come down this funnel to the bottom. And where the air's not cool enough, we actually add a fine mist. So there's like a cooling mist that comes down, and because the evaporation actually manages to cool the areas.
So do you think something like this could be transferable into downtown Abu Dhabi?
Absolutely. So I think a lot of new developments, I think will go back to traditional ways of doing things.
But some new developments will be looking at new ways of doing things. The Beamdown project has the potential to convert sunlight into electricity in a much more efficient way than other technologies. It takes the conventional concentrated solar power design and literally turns it on its head.
Welcome.
Thanks very much.
So let me first ask you to wear the helmet.
Okay.
In order to avoid any problem with your head if you pass by the heliostat and you get fried in the way there. And this vest.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's this crazy looking contraption here?
So this is just an experiment. We're trying to develop a new concentrated solar power plant. This is a small pilot plant that has the possibility of storing energy, and the whole idea is to concentrate the light that comes from a vast area into a point on the ground. I'll wear my glasses, otherwise I'm gonna cry.
Should we go and meet your students?
Yeah, come.
And they can tell us how it all works. The heat generated by this small pilot plant has the potential to reach over 700 degrees Celsius, which is the same temperature as inside a volcano. This amount of energy can power up to 15 homes for an entire year with clean electricity.
All these mirrors that you can see, they are called the heliostats. So the function of these heliostats is that the sunlight falls on them. They're not completely flat. And all these heliostats have a sensor that points them towards the central tower. The rays get concentrated on the receiver, so you have higher intensity at the receiver.
By capturing heat at the base of the tower as opposed to the top, energy loss in the Beamdown project is almost completely eliminated. It's precisely this kind of research and development that makes Masdar what it is.
It seems that Masdar is more than just a city.
Absolutely. So it's an initiative across the whole renewable energy landscape. But in addition to that, it's trying to bring a new industry into Abu Dhabi, into the region. So it's really about, renewable energy and clean technology. It sounds a bit corny, but we like to think of ourselves as the Silicon Valley of renewable energy.